What up? What up? What up? All right, so today we're going to talk about consistency. So I think this is one of the main. This is like the big challenge that most people face when they're trying to accomplish something great. Because um, when you're not able to be consistent, and then when you are able to be consistent, the results are like miles and miles apart. All right, so let's get in and we'll define consistency first. We'll go ahead and define it, and then we'll just talk about why it's important. So if we jump over to Google here, I'm prepared today. If we jump over to Google here, it says consistency. It says conformity in the application of something, typically that which is necessary for the sake of logic, accuracy, or fairness. Let's look at another one. It says the way in which a substance, typically a liquid, holds together thickness. Let me see if there's any other definitions for that one. Example of consistency. No. You know what? Actually, let's look up just consistent. Oops. I like this one better. I like this better, so I'm not prepared. Because I like this one better. It says acting or done in the same way over time, especially so as to be fair or accurate. All right, so let's repeat that. It says acting or done in the same way over time, especially so as to be fair or accurate. So yeah, let's roll with that instead. Consistent. I'm back over here. There it is. All right. So consistent. Let's call it consistent. I want to use that one instead of consistency. Um, consistent when you have the ability to do things day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. Um, it gives you a level of confidence. It gives you you start to learn at a higher speed, faster, and you really start learning all like the little nuanced things that you can't learn by any other way unless doing something over and over and over and over and over and over again. For you old schoolers, I know y'all remember the movie like Karate Kid, and Mr. Miyagi was having him hit the board, and he was even struggling with the young guy in the movie. He was struggling with trying to find out like why is this guy making me do this thing over and over and over again, and he was doing these little karate workouts that to him, seemed to be very like remedial, like why, this is basic stuff. It doesn't seem to be teaching me anything. And anyway, it got to the point in the movie where he's like, why am I learning this stuff? And then he showed him why. And so he didn't really understand that he was learning by learning and doing these basic things consistently. He was learning karate, is essentially what happened. So, again, if you can have the discipline to be consistent, it's going to pay off big dividends for you in the future with what you're trying to accomplish. So you need to practice and, as best as possible, master the discipline of being consistent. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, doing it day in, day out, day in and day out. So, a lot of you, or a lot of us even, have heard of that 10,000 hours workout thing. Like, so, not workout, but 10,000 hours of mastery thing. Which means if you put in 10,000 hours practicing or doing a certain thing, that's how long it kind of takes to gain that mastery level, right? Well, how many days is 10,000 hours? Let's look at that. How many days is 10,000 hours. So let's do 10,000 divided by 10,000 hours divided by 24. So let's round up. So we're talking about 417 days, right? Between if you could go at it all 24 hours, day in and day out, 417. That's how long it takes you to really master something. So it's like, how quickly are you willing to go through your 417 days of nothing but consistent work, right? Now it's probably not going to be 417 because you gotta, go to sleep, eat, do certain things at certain points. So it's probably not going to be 417 straight days. But essentially, it's 417 straight days. Like, you gotta be consistent, and it is a challenge. I know it's been a challenge for me. This is one of the biggest things because you have to be incredibly disciplined to be able to perform at this higher level. It really takes a high level to do things day in, day out, on day 10, on day 100, right? Day 117, day, I don't know, 224, whatever it is. Like, it just takes a lot of energy and effort to be consistent. Now, the one thing is, as you start to be consistent, what you'll find is your habits will start to kick in. So if you can kind of get to a certain point, habitually, your habits will start to kick in. It'll be a habit for you. And I do believe things get a lot actually easier as you get into it, because it just becomes a habit for you. You start to do it day in and day out. Think about it right now. There's plenty of things that you do that you really don't think about, but you just do them out of habit. So that's the goal. That's the message. I want you to take that out into the world. Be consistent. Master being disciplined enough to execute every single day, doing whatever it is that you need to do that makes the most sense for you to be as productive as you're supposed to be. So if you're playing a sport, if you're, like this community here, if you're, have a business or some sort of organization that you're trying to grow and bring to the world, you have to be consistent. It has to be day in and day out. So anyway, with that, like this, subscribe, give me some feedback, give me some comments, because I want to find out, if this is meaningful for you or useful for you. I know it is, but let me know what you think and what your thoughts and opinions are, etc. So go out, be consistent, be disciplined, and like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.